Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, are my co-hosts, Rebellious D and Trav. How you fellas doing today?
You know what it is.
Ready to rock.
Hey,
Ready to
and
rock.
like Trav said, you know what it is. Today is Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another Superman and Lois review, one of our favorite series that is on the CW right now. And so before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified where you can find us at and when we have new episodes on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
Podcast in the description. Please check us out. Like, follow, subscribe. Hit that like. Let's get those likes up.
Let's
get it.
I like it. And hop in the comments. Let's talk. Let's talk. I mean, I appreciate the people that do hop in the comments and talk with us because it's like
Every video.
Trav, which I believe it was the episode 2 weeks ago. People was coming in there with some facts on the Superman and Lois stuff, and
Yeah.
you know we appreciate it when everybody.
Hey, we can't know it all. We can't know it all.
That's why we tell y'all
That's
to
right.
hop in the comments. So
That's right.
let's go ahead and get into this review. This episode, I forgot the name of the episode, is episode 9, Loyal Subject. So let's go ahead and get into it.
With a K.
With a K.
With a cat.
With a K.
Really good episode, man. Another episode where my jaw dropped. I was watching it earlier today, and my brother, he thought that I was talking to him because when that reveal that Kyle was, he had some ex-kryptonite inside of him, I was just like, I knew it.
I was kind of ready for that because it just seemed very horror movie-ish.
Yeah.
Like, you're pretty good with that gun, all that stuff. It gave me Scream vibes, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Wow.
Now, Trav, let me ask you this. Do you think that Kyle got the ex-kryptonite put inside of him on last week's episode when he was supposed to be with Sarah and he was just like, I just needed to go out. I needed to handle some stuff.
Well, they show when he got it. It's when he went into Morgan Edges. So it wasn't last episode. It was the episode before.
No, it was last episode.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because
Then why are you asking me if you know the answer?
No. You said it was the episode before, but I'm saying like it was last week's episode because remember they were supposed to be doing the whole talent show thing, and Kyle
He was nowhere to.
show up.
Yeah. Yep.
He didn't show up, so that's
Yeah,
why I
Mike
was
didn't
asking.
show
Like,
up.
do you think that that's when he went to?
He was high on that X.
Right, yeah. Hey, my man trying to get better for him and his family.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm glad you went straight to this point. Now, I want to ask y'all both questions. Do y'all feel like he was peer pressured into becoming a villain right here? I mean,
No, I don't
because
think
like,
so.
well, I'm
Absolutely.
talking about the white, Lana always giving him crap.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he was peer pressured by like his own substance abuse problems,
yep.
marriage problems,
Oh, yeah, that's true
fatherhood
too,
problems, and like, hey,
I'm just trying to be the best for y'all.
the reality is that man, he a bit of a f up.
Yep.
So this is all he felt like he could do was do this. What don't make sense to me though is him claim. I don't think he's lying when he says that he blacked out.
Oh
and he
yeah, I don't
remember.
either.
Oh no.
I'm
I
glad
don't
you
think
brought
so.
that up, Trav.
So
Yeah.
how is that a thing, but not for anybody else?
I feel like
That's an interesting
the
point.
reason why is possibly because Kyle, just like Leslie and the guy at the hotel room, who we find out whose names had been changed and they ended up growing up in Smallville.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that he's on the same level like Leslie, because when you see her, like she has the powers, but she's not being taken over by somebody from Krypton. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she's still Leslie, as far as we know. I mean, like it hasn't been revealed. I mean, we've seen the other people where it's just like you could tell that it's just like they're Kryptonians.
I thought you was going to go the route of maybe he blacks out because he's not compatible, and eventually it's going to end up killing him.
Now, do we have the nugget that Kyle is actually from Smallville, born and raised?
No, but I'm just assuming. I mean, because he's
Now
been there.
that makes a lot of difference.
Oh yeah, no,
too.
they said that they went to high school together.
Yeah, they went to
Remember?
high school.
Kyle
Okay.
was a douche.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because remember, D, like Kyle is pretty much the Whitney, or is it Whitley?
Whitney, you had it right.
Whitney. Yeah, he's pretty much the Whitney of this show.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like when that whole sequence happened, like when he was at the talent show,
Yes.
and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go check on her. And it was just weird because it's like everybody
He never
left.
came back.
We saw when he got back to the house, like everybody was like, well, were you out drinking again? And he was just like, no. And that's when he revealed the truth. Now, I kind of want to dial it back to the talent show because JoJo, he wasn't able to make it because he was infected by the kryptonite
nerve
smoke.
gas. Yeah, it was like nerve gas.
The nerve gas that
how?
But see, that's one thing that I didn't understand either.
Me neither.
Because it's like Clark.
I think it's because it's synthetic. It's kryptonite, right? It's based off of kryptonite.
Yeah. So they're trying to make it seem like it's a cold. It can
yes, but the thing is, because it is in Clark's system and it is kryptonite, Jordan has Clark's ability, so it makes him he's more Kryptonian than his brother.
Yeah,
so that's why he's affected by what's in Clark's system.
No, we're just saying, how did he even get infected?
That's what I'm saying, because
the only
it's
thing
in his
that
respiratory.
I can think of is if maybe because I mean, like you guys, y'all have kids, and you know how many times do it's like y'all eat something and then like you be like, hey, do you want a bite? Or one of your kids like, hey, can I get a sip of that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing that I could possibly.
Yeah, so it's contagious.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could possibly see happening, but only because JoJo, he does have like the quirks inside of him. And I was telling Dee this earlier. It's just like I keep saying, like this is like Midoriya and All Might, and just like in My Hero Academia right now, Midoriya, he just found out that he has a new quirk, Black Whip. So
then that would mean that the brother doesn't have powers if he didn't get sick. So then that throws out the theory of him also having powers.
But Trav, he picked up that.
Well, his powers haven't manifested.
Yeah,
is what it is. They're dormant.
Yeah, we'll see.
I just feel like now we're making excuses for bad.
I'm telling you.
You see the conversation that Jonathan and Sam had earlier, you know, where they was talking about how it's just like your brother, it's a possibility that he could go down this path and then y'all could be, you know, at each other's throats. You know what I'm saying? Or is that something that just happened in my head? Did that happen in this week's episode?
He said that. And then that's when, that original conversation happened last episode. The new conversation was, you know, you said I was like you, but I'm not because I want to be scared of my family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But still, I'm all I'm saying is if it's contagious, right? And JoJo, I'm always just calling JoJo now. If JoJo got it, then he should have got it too. And if not, then that would mean he's not. Powers have nothing to do with being Kryptonian or not. I'm just confused on the whole matter. How does one brother get it but not the other? Is what I'm saying.
Are you talking about the power?
No, the cold.
I'm telling you because Jordan, his powers have manifested. So because you got to look at it. He has Clark's powers, right? So he has Clark's weaknesses.
Yeah.
That's it. So his brother doesn't have anything, so why would he be affected by it?
So if you shot him with a Kryptonian bullet, it wouldn't affect him. It would just be like a regular bullet.
No, if he did get shot with a Kryptonian bullet, because in the Arrowverse world, on Batwoman season 2, episode 1, she ended up getting shot with a kryptonite bullet, and it was causing her to die because it was kryptonite. So if Jonathan was to get shot by one, it would be the same thing. There's something different about the kryptonite bullets compared to the regular bullets. Like with the kryptonite bullets, it's kind of like it spreads a disease inside of you, and the only way that you can get that disease out of you is by removing the kryptonite bullet.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's kind of like being exposed to any other mineral. There's plenty of minerals that can poison you.
Yeah.
Like if you like lead. Right. Prime example. So.
And I don't want to spend 20 minutes going back and forth.
I mean,
I got one more question.
Go ahead.
How did Clark get the kryptonite out of his system?
It's kind of similar to Captain America, and I don't know if you guys have read this comic. It was one of the Avengers comics in the Ultimate Avengers. There we go. Mm-hmm. And what happened was there was a comic where Captain America, he becomes a vampire, and eventually he reverts back to his normal form because the super soldier serum, it was able to kick the vampire DNA out of his system. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, with Superman, because of Jonathan, he does mention to him something about like his healing ability. Because remember, they were trying to figure out like
he's an adult.
How long was it going to take for JoJo to heal? And like D just said, it's because he's an adult. Mm-hmm. He can heal faster. But
just like
I will say
stuff.
that was interesting at the start of the episode to see him in Mexico and to get
that was sweet.
Yeah, that was super sweet.
Yeah, he was just laying there. He was still bulletproof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the dude was just sitting there unloading on him.
Yeah, like a real criminal would do.
Yeah, I mean, it was
bruises.
Yeah, it was interesting with that, and then I love how Lana is a part of Lois and Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say Team Clark. Just say
Team Clark,
Team
baby.
Clark, yeah, and like they're trying to figure out what Morgan Edge is doing to these people. Now, something that I was thinking about when I was watching this episode was we already know that Leslie has superhuman hearing. So it's like everything that they're talking about, it's just like Morgan already knows. We find out by the end of the episode too that like Morgan, he has super he's from Krypton too. Like when I saw this, I was expecting for him to say that he was Zod, like he had Zod.
I think we'll get more next episode, but I think there's more. Obviously, we got the tip of the iceberg right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to assume too much.
I got your answer.
Oh, yeah, because you read the Superman and Lois comic, right?
No, there's no Superman and Lois comic. No,
that would be.
I was saying there's always ads for Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Comics.
Okay.
No, and no, this
Spoiler
is my
alert.
theory. No, this is my theory.
Right.
Is this a game theory?
None of this is in the comics. Again, they take Superman's son, split him into twins, right? It would only be that Superman comes from a family that has twins, which I wouldn't be shocked if Superman also had a twin brother. Who would that twin brother be?
That makes sense.
That's interesting. I like that.
I will say that.
And then you could tie it. You could tie that into why Superman has twins.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And you know what? I do think that it's interesting that they went the route with Morgan Edge being from Krypton, because usually he's just a thug, right?
Yeah, like an arms dealer. That's all he was. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't call him an arms dealer, but yeah, he's a criminal.
Yeah, because we saw what he was in Smallville, like it was like the mafia.
He's like a gang member.
Yeah, he was an arms dealer in the comics, though, as far as just on a universal scale, alien weapons and stuff like that. But I like this new. This isn't have nothing to do with comics type story. Like it's a fresh thing. I know. Of course, it's probably gonna be hate because for some reason people want it to be one for one for comics. But what's the difference between you making a new comic that's a new storyline and making a TV show that's a new
which they need to do anyway.
So. Exactly. So this is fresh. I like it, man. I like this new Morgan Edge.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're talking about comics and following them letter for letter. But it's like certain things can be changed and it's okay.
Absolutely.
Like it's Morgan Edge, not Superman's black now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things. I'm saying there's magnitudes to certain things.
Yeah, I agree.
Who cares about Morgan Edge being, switching it up?
Yeah, no.
Nobody cared about him before now.
Something else too that I thought was interesting, since we're talking about this, the same thing like with John Henry Irons. Like I love that, he wasn't somebody that was already in their world. He came from a different world and he had a different name, and he was just like, hey, I'm just going to take this guy's name and this is the new me now, so I love that they put their own twist on it to the point that it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like the Flash, because it's like, we've seen on the Flash where it's just like they've introduced the character, but then it's like it was like this. It was bad. Like when what was the guy's name on season 3? Man, I can't. Did you watch season 3 of The Flash?
Yeah, that was
What was the guy's name that? And then it was revealed that it was just Barry, and he was the
Saboteur.
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 I do not remember his name.
Yeah, and it's like in the comics, he's like a god or something,
right?
God of speed or something like that.
Yeah, but then in the Flash, he's just a guy in a suit. Because I think even in the comics, like he doesn't have a suit or anything like that. He's just like a normal dude.
Right.
It's like sometimes switching stuff up, it works, and then sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it depends. Once again, there's magnitudes to certain things, dude.
Yeah. You don't want to change Captain America. But we can change some things about Morgan Edge because again,
exactly.
Nobody's hammering for Morgan Edge. You know what I mean?
It's Morgan Edge. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I even
for
think.
sure.
I mean, we've gotten how many different Joker backstories?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I feel like, and Joker's a prominent character, so you can change certain things, even about prominent characters. You just don't want to change who they are at the core of who they are.
Exactly. There's there's different levels to it.
Yeah.
Like changing, like if they were from here originally, but now they're like Captain America was from Queens. Now he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like
Right,
people
yeah,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't. Who cares? You know.
yeah.
Oh, people from Queens.
Oh, hey, people from Queens. They claim him. You're right. Bad example.
It was something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, because I had mentioned the Flash. Like the same writers from the Flash are the same writers on this show.
Look, I told you this earlier today, Banks. They ran the Flash out of town, bro. That just needs to stop.
Well, also too, just because the writers are the same, the head guy's not the same. So I mean, again, you're still dealing with guys from DC running Superman versus the Flash.
Yeah,
it's not. It's CW executives. So
yeah, somebody has to sign off on it.
Now, to take it back to JoJo, since we were talking about earlier how Jonathan, he doesn't have powers yet, but JoJo does. Remember in the first episode, JoJo's powers unlocked because he felt threatened because the bullies were about to jump him.
Right.
And his powers just unlocked. I feel like with Jonathan, he really hasn't been in a situation yet where his powers
pushed.
Could come out. I mean, like he put his hand up, and that's another thing. He put his hand up, and he was able to take that hit, even though he broke his hand in the process from the punch that JoJo threw. It's like he still took it. You know, we talked about this. How it's like, imagine if JoJo would have punched that guy in the face, like that guy would have died. You know, because we saw he put everything he had into that punch. He was hitting with a Detroit smash. So
he also moved the hammer, like you mentioned.
Yeah, he moved the hammer
with a broken arm, right?
Yeah, with the broken arm. So that's why I said like his powers are dormant. This is episode 9, and we have a total of 15 episodes. So I could possibly see like when it gets towards the end that his powers finally unlock. And another thing too, I wonder what's happened with the girl that keeps on giving him the eyes.
Well, that's what I wanted to touch on. I was waiting for a red light.
Go ahead.
But no, it's just interesting the subtle hints you get from him, from the girl going back and forth, and then Sarah tells him not to, talk to her. So it's like,
she's out of your league, buddy.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just interesting. I can't wait to see that unfold, like you were saying, Banks.
I think that she's just trying to be a good friend, and it's just like you don't need to talk to her because she's trouble. And
even then, it's weird because Jonathan never really gets flustered, and I like the way they wrote his character because even then he was like, "Yeah, my bad," and he's just like, "Whatever."
Yeah, but
it almost seems like he smokes pot, but he never does.
He never does.
But I mean, we see with JoJo that like there is something there between him and Sarah, and it looked like they were about to finally kiss, and then he sneezed.
I think we're gonna get a U-turn, Banks.
I mean, we'll see.
I think it's gonna be a hard U-turn to the brother.
I do feel that. I mean, like, because he keeps on ditching her, and like eventually she's gonna get fed up. Like, yo, what's going on? Why are you always leaving? So, I mean, it's a possibility. Trav, you were gonna touch up on that?
Yeah, with the side eye girl. I hope it's just like some girl, right? I don't want it to evolve into her dad is this and it's some weird stuff, right? I just hope it's just teenage stuff. And because what I think would be cool is, you got JoJo likes Sarah. Sarah likes Jonathan. Jonathan likes Homegirl. And again, you can play off of that with JoJo liking Sarah, but Sarah's got a thing for Jonathan, but Jonathan don't really like Sarah like that. And even if he did, he wouldn't touch her because he knows that JoJo got feelings for her. So you got all this dynamic stuff going in here. And this is like real stuff that high schoolers go through.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. I just want to say, like, again, this was a really good episode, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen on next week's episode because I mean, from the trailer, like it looks like it's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah,
and hey, if there's any time that we need a hero, we need your boy Steel to come. I can't wait.
I think he's gonna come in.
I can't wait to see his new armor.
Yeah. One thing I want to say before we wrap, Trav, I was talking to Banks earlier today, and I think with the costume designs in combination with the writing on the show, I would be fine to see some of those heroes that you don't usually get to see. You know, even with villains, I feel very comfortable about the costume designs and the writing. What about you?
For sure. There's one I really want them to stay away from Lobo though, because I just don't think that it would be good for this show, because I feel like they would ruin it. You know, like he wouldn't look good, and that's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money.
I don't know.
Put behind a guy like
Lobo was on Smallville, I believe, right? See?
He was he on Smallville? I feel like he was on something live action. I felt like he was. Was he on Krypton, guys?
I don't think he was on Krypton. No, that only had 2 seasons, and I don't remember Lobo being a part of that.
I mean, you see Lobo in so much of the animated stuff. That could be what it is too.
There was somebody.
He was in the last one.
Stephen Lobo.
Yeah, he was on Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, he was on the last one.
No, but we talking about
animated.
Live action.
Well, I'm saying he's in everything. Is what I was saying. But I definitely think they can pull a lot.
He was on Krypton. Holy crap!
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
He was on Krypton, and I never saw season 2. I only saw season 1.
That's probably what it was. I felt like I had seen him up there, but okay, cool.
He honestly doesn't look
he looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Here's the thing. It's really not about aesthetic how he looks, because I feel like that's easy.
You talking about the bike,
doing what he does. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of CGI stuff that would be involved.
He's very similar to Deadpool in a way.
Well, because he's an alien race, so he has a lot of powers type stuff.
Yeah. He's actually pretty damn strong, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And I know how good the show already looks, so it's like, how much money?
I was talking more on like on Earth, because like they do such a good job blending scenes, like going back and forth to different countries. And when you do get Superman, like slow motion Superman, it's always very subtle, you know? And I think if they could keep it on track with that, it would be amazing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Superman was shocked. Was shocked when Homeboy moved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo.
And it looked good. Again, it looked good.
Yes, it did. That's what I mean. Like those subtle, it's just a well-blended show between the family drama, the teenage drama, and then you got Superman in there.
Yeah.
Superman sprinkled in there.
Yeah, and one of the things too that I like is that we see Superman saving people. And I think that's something that we had touched on when the series first started. It's like, you know, you have the scenes where it's like he's saving people, then you have the scenes where he does fight a bad guy, and then you have the scenes where it's like he has to save his family. So I think that they do a really good job at using everything.
Yeah. Also,
you feel like a kid again watching
a villain of the week.
Yeah, they did that. They did it without even doing that. But one thing that I have to say before y'all take it away is that one thing that I appreciate about this is him actually doing the Superman, I'm home, but I hear somebody and then he's just gone. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah. Like it's just like boom, I'm Superman now. So
Sam had to look.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
He said, "Where are you going?"
And shout out to my man Jonathan for putting his damn grandfather in his place too. He said, "Man, you're a punk."
Hey, they done a good job with Sam. That the conversation that Sam had with Lois, that had your boy a little choked up, man. That was an emotional conversation.
Well, you know where Jonathan gets that from. He get that from his granddaddy, and I ain't talking about Sam.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about Jonathan Kent.
Papa
Kent.
Papa Kent would have punched him in the face. You know how he used to get down on Smallville.
Yes, sir. Man, we need to have somebody from Smallville make a cameo.
He was ready to fight somebody. So
we need to, but yeah, we can go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Good.
Thank you everybody for watching this week's review of Superman and Lois. Make sure that you tune in next week where we'll have a review for episode 10. Let them know if the streets need a hero. Where can they find me?
Jesus Christ. You can find me at King _ whatever. No, you can find me rebellious _D23 at Instagram.com. Trav?
Hey, bro, you got the hoodie up. So, I mean, I understand where Banks is coming from.
This is where the streets. Rebellious is back.
Right,
I told you I was going to have a hoodie. I was going to hit you with that Jefferson.
That's right.
Sitting on the couch like this.
Hey, Freeland needs a hero, and since Black Lightning's retired, they got Rebellious D now.
I put my application in. I'll let y'all know what they say.
That's right.
Hey, Gammy's gonna reach out to you.
Oh Lord,
Somebody going to.
Trav, if they looking for you, where you at?
Hey, I'm on the Instagram at ZK Audio, on the Twitter at TravioSZK, and of course, man, if they looking for that number one hero, where they gonna find
right.
it?
You can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can look me up on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you, everybody, for watching this week's review. Hop in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the episode. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Keep that pinky up and stay positive. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.